We talk a lot about quilting your quilt, but actually in the old days people used to tie it, and today we can actually use buttons as well. So I was quickly going to show you how to do that. As I say, in the old days the quilts used to be tied completely, so there'd be no quilting at all. Very utilitarian quilts, but they have served their purpose. They've served the test of time as well, because they are still on display in museums. But the charity quilt I've got in front of me I thought was a really good opportunity to show you how easy it is to tie or button your quilt. I have done some quilting, as you can see, around the very simple 4-patch. These fabrics were from the Macawa Mermaid range, and I've coupled it up actually with a bit of furnishing fabric. Done some very simple quilting, but I feel that the 4-patch will lift if I just take out all my little stay bars here. So 2 alternatives. I could use these buttons, which came free with the magazine. They're cheap and cheerful, or I could use these lovely star buttons. I think I'm probably going to use these. Of course, if you use buttons, you must be aware that the children are old enough not to choke on these, so don't use it for a baby quilt. But for a sort of 6 or 7-year-old who's got some responsibility, buttons will work a treat. As I say, I am going to show you how to tie it. Tying your quilt means you get left with 2 little tails. The tails can be on either side of the quilt, so if you've got very plain fabric on the back, you could have the tufts on the back. You usually use quite thick thread. This is sashiko thread, so it's quite thick, and it's a bit like cotton perlé thread, which is what this is. This is a really lovely Finca number 5 made by Presentia, so as you can see it's really very thick. You therefore need a needle that you can thread that thick thread through. And I have used and chosen to use a sashiko needle from Clover. Embroidery needles would work too. They have nice big eyes. You just need to be able to thread it. And a little trick that I discovered and just confirmed before we came to camera is if you make the end of your thread cut at a 45-degree angle, it does go through the eye of the needle a lot easier. So, threading out my needle, I'm going to come through the 4-patch here. I'm going to choose a direction, and I'm going to go down and up, approximately the same direction from my center seam. I'm going to leave a very long tail just so that I can show you how to tie it. And we need to go over and under again, and then up in the same place. So you end up with that sort of format. If I just cut this here, I'll be able to show you. I'm going to try and do this backwards so it is the right way for you to see. You're going to go, the thread is going to come right over left and under, very Girl Scout. And again, I'm told that that's a surgeon's knot. Someone would be very happy to correct me, and pull it so that it lies flat. And then we're going to go the same way, but it's going to be left, over, right and under, and then under again. Pull it tight, and there you go. The quilt still lies flat, and you've got some tufts. You can cut those tufts to any size you like. I'm going to do it about there. And hey presto, it's done. And you can work your way around the quilt. It's quick, it's easy, and it's durable.